Thank you very much, Dr. Saab. I'm grateful to you. You have mentioned too many scientists' names that has to be remembered. And I think it should be, our program should also be done in Urdu also. But let me go to Mr. Waqar Bhatt Saab. Now that we understand the nuclear weapons part of nuclear technology, which is a global threat for mankind, what are the other ways in which nuclear technology is used for the welfare of the humanity? That is how it is being used worldwide for peaceful purposes. What is the role of Pakistan strategic organizations in this respect? Please, Dr. Waqar Bhatt.
Yes, Minister, there's so many applications of nuclear technology in different fields. The first and foremost is the production of electricity. After this food security, the main issue which is which world is facing is of energy security. So this is one of the very, very, you can say, effective way of producing electricity, clean and green electricity, because there's a lot of concern in this world about this global warming. People are heading towards this net zero, and there's so many conferences because they're so much worried about this, whether the temperature of this globe is increasing day by day. If it increases, if go beyond a certain limit, that this globe will not be, well, it's a livable place. So this is very important. And right now, Pakistan has started. Right now, we have 6 nuclear power plants. Of course, the initial cost is a bit higher, and this cost is only high
No,
due
no,
to
where it is? Chashma?
yes, we have 4 in Chashma
Mm.
and 2 in Karachi. And
Yes.
these Karachi nuclear power plants are very advanced plants. Just to mention, I was mentioning, telling about that the initial cost is high. Both these plants, which are in Karachi, they have double containment. Double containment means if somebody hits from outside, the outer dome will be destroyed, and the inner will remain intact. And if there is some, God forbid, incident from inside, the inner wall will be damaged and the outer side. So the radiation will not spread. So these are very advanced reactors. Then we are also heading toward these new technologies like small modular reactors, which the world is going towards. And Pakistan already has a lot of experience in it. When I was in IAEA, every year a person or one or two have been trained in SMR in IAEA. So we do have the skill, expertise. If there's a decision at government level that we should go for this small modular reactors, then there won't be any problem. I remember when I was there, a person compiled a book on this SMR design, and the section head, he personally told me that Pakistani designs are just at par with any other design in the world. So we do have the capability. That's why we should also we have started this indigenization of this nuclear technology in the world. So this is one aspect. Then there are many other, like for example, the other very important is cancer treatment. Right now, there are more than 40 nuclear medical cancer hospitals in the country. Out of those, 19 are which are governed by Pakistan Atomic Energy Commission. Some other hospitals like Shaukat Khanam, Aga Khan, they are there. And I was mentioning 40 because the medicine is prepared, as Imtinan mentioned. He has also been working over there. I've also spent about 30 years at Pinstech. So all this medicine is made over there. So we have both in most of these centers, nuclear medicine as well as treatment, as well as nuclear radiation. This is for diagnostic as well as treatment purposes. So this is very important that these cancer patients are go there while they get treatment. Then we have agriculture centers.
Now, let me, 1 minute, Doctor Bhatt Saab.
Please.
When we are starting our this Azad Kashmir?
Oh yes, I think just I was telling, was talking to the Director General of Nuclear Medicine, and first they gave this date in June, and hopefully it will be operative in June or July, because
Of
most
this
of
year,
the structures over there. Hopefully they will
in
start in June.
2025.
Oh yes, yes, definitely this year,
Thank you very much. Go ahead, sir.
definitely. And then we have agriculture center. They have developed many varieties. We were there in Faisalabad last month. They had a very big show, and they were telling that there are more than 100 varieties of these wheat and cotton and
I heard that 125 150, more than 150 seeds have been devised.
Yes, these are very, very important because the weather is changing and they are these resistant, and then also production is also increased, their yield is increased, and these are very important varieties. Those who are developing, and their varieties, but because they have been awarded by IEA different awards for developing these varieties because they to take care of these food security issues. Then we have other very important application, nuclear industry as well. We have a very important section of non-destructive testing without the breaking all the structure. You can study the flaws in it and a thing like this. And also they have a lot of applications in water management and many other applications in different areas. But most important one is the nuclear energy and nuclear power, in which we are exerting quite a lot. And I just mentioned that this is very important, the nuclear medicine, which is being prepared at Pinstack. Previously, they were getting this basically Molly 99 from where the technetium generators are made and supplied to these nuclear cancer hospitals. So all these medicine is now, we are self-sufficient. This molybdenum 99 is prepared at Pinstack and distributed about 70 centers from 40 hospitals. So this is very, very important. We are earning a lot of money from this, and now they have recently preparing another plant, and they will be capable of exporting this nuclear medicine because this nuclear medicine is not easy to make. So they will be supplying it in the regional countries and other. And previously, I remember when I was in many people, they were coming from these regional areas like Sri Lanka, like Indonesia, Malaysia. They have been trained over here in Pakistan in our PIAS, which is one of the best university in engineering sector, and they are also imparting training in this nuclear medicine and nuclear other areas. So this is very important that we are in this region. Uh, Many of our centers, they have been regarded as regional coordinating centers. Mean we are capable of giving training to other areas. So this is a lot of applications in civil technology and peaceful application. And this is main purpose of Pakistan Nuclear Society is to promote and also the awareness at all level in the country. So this is
But sir, you forget one thing, I think, about education also. You are quite ahead of many other institutions of Pakistan. There are the universities that you are taking care of, the Pakistan Atomic Energy Commission.
yes, sir. This PIAS Center is one
Yes,
of the
PIAS is
leading
the
center in
269th
in
of the world universities.
Oh, sure. Because previously I remember that many students, they have been coming from Jordan, from Indonesia, from other countries for getting training in nuclear engineering, nuclear medicine, and also this
Nuclear, mechanical, health, and many subjects are there in the
so
PIAS.
many subjects they are covering.
So, okay, now let me come back to Dr. Imtinan Saab. Let me get back to the book on the monument contribution of Dr. Ashfaq Ahmed in the development of nuclear technology in Pakistan in both civil and military domain, which is being launched next week in Islamabad. What was the motivation of compiling this book, and what is one expected to learn from it, sir? Dr. Imtinan.
Well, I say that this book has been overdue. Overdue for how long? At least 20 years. Ashfaq Ahmed was a person who just hated any kind of publicity, and he worked so hard that his family didn't know where he is.
He want to remain unsung hero, is that
time
correct?
of the day or night.
Unsung.
He was completely shy of exposure, and he was so generous that whatever he will do, he will give the credit to his juniors. At one stage in the book, he writes that Dr. Zafrullah and his colleagues did wonderful job in achieving the technology of nuclear reprocessing in new labs, new lab project. Now, when Zafarullah Sahib talked about him in this book, he wrote a chapter about it. He said that Ashfaq Sahib used to come 2 or 3 times in a week to this laboratory and oversaw that everything is going right. Now, can you imagine that a chairman of an organization spending so much time on a particular project and then in the end saying that it was done by, of course, it is the technicians who do it, but he never said that I'm the boss and I take the credit for everything. So this book was quite overdue. People should know the name of this great person who had spent 40 years in Pakistan Atomic Energy Commission, and there's absolutely nothing in Atomic Energy Commission on which his particular signature is not there. He was involved in recruiting the people, he was involved in setting up agricultural medical centers, he was involved in developing the nuclear device. He would never tell anybody that it is he who pushed the scientists to produce UF6, which was in great trouble. So when Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif asked him to go ahead with the nuclear detonation, he simply gave the credit to Dr. Samar Mubarakman. Of course, he deserves the credit. He said that Dr. Samar Mubarakman and his team went to Chagi and they did what they have been trained to do. For decades, they have been performing cold tests.
So then
Ashfaq
Dr.
Sahib
Samarman
personally
Mubarak
went to
was
Chagi.
under Ashfaq Ahmed at that time?
Yeah, of course. It was a time before 98 when NESCOM was not yet made, and Samar Saab was member technical, and he was in charge
Yes, I
of the
know,
laboratory.
because I have interviewed him for 5 times, Dr. Samarman Mubarak. Yes, please go ahead.
Yeah. Okay, so Samar Mubarakman
So
and his
let me
team, they have been-
confirm it that Dr. Samarwan Mubarak did his work in Chagi under the instruction of Dr. Ashfaq Ahmed. Is that correct?
That's right. In fact, the Chagi site was decided by Dr. Ashfaq himself. That was a decade ago before the
So
tests were
he
performed.
was a great man. I think
So,
you
yeah.
did very good job
So
then.
Ashfaq
Dr. Saab?
Saab, his name is always absent from any discussion of nuclear
That's very correct.
technology in Pakistan. Yom-e-Takbir has been celebrated for the last 26 years. And Nusrat Saab, you are witness that in none of these programs
Dr. Ashfaq has been mentioned.
absolutely absent from the discussion. This is great injustice, not to the man, but to the history of nuclear technology in Pakistan also. So in answer to your question, I can say that it is the
I compliment you,
rectification
Dr.
of
Saab,
the
highest
historical.
compliment to you that you have introduced Dr. Ashfaq Ahmed in the correct way, sir. Thank you. Go ahead.
That's right. So he is the person whom people should be grateful to. If there is a benefactor of Pakistan, there are many benefactors of Pakistan. Dr. Ashfaq Ahmed is one of them, and we should do justice to him. However, he advised me during his lifetime when we were about to write this book that please don't drag me into any controversy. He just disliked controversies so that in the peak of controversy between PAC and KRL at some time, as you know, there was a huge discussion. Dr. Ashfaq Ahmed praised all the scientists who were involved in this effort, and everybody should be given credit. Nobody should take the credit from anybody.
Looking at the table of contents of this book, it appears that Ashfaq not only rendered services in Pakistan Atomic Energy Commission, but he played a significant role in the overall development of S&T in Pakistan, and also he was instrumental in foreign international scientific partnership of Pakistan and international level. Can you shed some light on the aspect of this serious career?
Thank you very much for asking this. This is very important. You see, Ashfaq Ahmed Saab had a personality which was all encompassing. He did not leave anything which is relevant. And one of the things which is quite relevant for nuclear technology is the general uh, Pakistan's capacity in science and technology. So from the right from the beginning, he was of the view that we should encourage people to adopt scientific careers, and therefore he participated in such things like International Nathia Ali Summer College, where scientists from different countries choose to come to Pakistan. They still come to Pakistan every year, and they talk to our scientists. Similarly, he established a nuclear center for physics in Quaid-e-Azam University, and it was entirely due to his personal efforts that that center was created, which is performing work on the style of the Abdus Salam International Center for Theoretical Physics in Trieste, Italy. He established a global change uh, impact study center, again in the premises of NCP, which has taken very big strides in studying the impact of the change in climatic conditions of Pakistan, the adverse effect that these changes have on Pakistan. And in this book, there are at least 3 chapters. They are fully devoted to things that he did outside PAC. Now, inside PAC, again, he was the only person who had a full control over all peaceful application centers of PAC, and the classified projects. And outside PAC, he was involved in so many different ways in increasing the capacity of Pakistani students and scientists to participate in big projects. One of his most amazing contribution is that he opened a window between Pakistan and CERN. CERN is a nuclear research
Very
organization
prestigious
based in Geneva, in
organization, yes.
Switzerland.
I say very
So,
prestigious organization of the world.
exactly, it is called uranium.
Yes,
Sorry,
yes,
it is
yes.
called European organization, but you are very right. You are. I think you have read a lot about the organization. It can be called a world organization, and it is the topmost organization, and they have such ambitious projects. For example, studying what happened at the time of creation of the universe. Just imagine. So they have this accelerator which is called Large Hadron Collider, in which two proton beams strike with each other, and they create conditions that existed at the stage of the early universe. Uh, so, for this particular organization, he he produced certain equipment in Pakistan. Under a certain agreement, it was decided that Pakistan will take part not by giving money to the organization, but by giving in-kind contribution. That is, we will contribute our scientists and engineers for this project. But one of the amazing thing that was actually made in Pakistan was the the support for a detector of sun. The detector itself was 14,000 tons heavy, and it had to be placed on certain platforms and certain pedestals. 8 of these pedestals were made in Pakistan.
Oh,
And inside this detector, there was certain equipment that was installed by Pakistani scientists. In fact, the alignment of the detector
and we are
itself was
talking
done.
about sun, huh?
Yeah, I'm talking about the detector which is called compact muon solenoid (CMS). So in CERN, there are many projects, but this project CMS was heavily participated by Pakistani scientists.
Very good.
So on this side and on the side
So,
of
so your your book is also has mentioned something about it, or a chapter has been included.
exactly, there is now you see in this book I have done. I noticed that Dr. Ashfaq Ahmed's engagements are so huge and so intertwined. At one place, he's going abroad, taking part in the IAEA meetings. The other, he's coming to new labs. So it was very difficult to disentangle his all activities. So what I did was I made very small chapters for each of them. So there is a chapter, for example, about sun. There is a chapter about the institutes that he created in Pakistan. There's a chapter about international his participation in International Center for Theoretical Physics in Italy. So to encompass all the diverse engagements of Dr. Ashfaq was very huge task. So let me summarize what are the things that he participated, and actually he was the leader of these things. Number one, peaceful nuclear program. Number two, nuclear weapons program. Number three, establishment of science and technology centers in Pakistan. Number four, establishment of relations with International Atomic Energy Agency. He has been very instrumental in expanding the program of the agency. He was a key figure for establishing contacts with CERN. He was very enthusiastic about ASICTP. And what's more, he created an international organization. He helped create an international organization of 21 developing countries in Pakistan called COMSETs.
Thank
So
you very much,
you can see
Dr. Imtinan Sahab. I'm very grateful to you,
Sorry?
sir, and I'm very much impressed,
So,
rather. And I have come
so
to
imagine a
know.
person,
Yes, please go ahead.
imagine a person of this caliber, of this level of contribution, this level of sacrifices, and imagine that this person has never been spoken about. So I hope my book will rectify this situation. Thank you.
I think I'm grateful to you. I'm the first journalist, perhaps, or journalist come bureaucrat or journalist come politician that knows about Dr. Ashfaq Ahmed's activities, and I would request you that I will come back to you and have an interview in Urdu also. Then it will be translated in English, in Sindhi, in Balochi, in Brahvi, in Pashto. So
Okay. Okay.
no, but only in Urdu. Then I will take care of all these 4-5 languages. That everybody should know what Dr. Ashfaq Ahmed did for Pakistan, and he is one of the heroes of the nuclear program. So my question is addressed to both Dr. Imtinan and Mr. Waqar Bhatt. What impact do you think this book will have if it is made widely available to students of science, public policy makers, national and international think tanks, and journalists like me? Yes, sir.
Actually, when we go to different universities and tell the people the true stories of Pakistan becoming nuclear power and Pakistan achieving such tremendous achievements in the different areas of nuclear technology, the people are not aware of that. So one thing which is very important through this book will make the people aware who are the person who did the real job. Well, there are very misconception in the masses and the people. They do not know who did what because
Dr.
when we go towards
Mr.
this
Waqar
nuclear,
Bhatt, may I interrupt
yeah,
you as a friend? Are you not too late for this book to introduce such a great man?
oh yes, yes, really, because this Dr. Taran just mentioned that this such an effort should have been done about 20 years before, but this book also took about 6-7 years because there are so many things in it which well, we think shouldn't go
I
to
think
the public as
this is
such.
the way
The,
the scientists do. They first
oh yes.
research and then they then write some book.
It,
That's correct. Go ahead.
well, scientists are very good analysts, but there are some other departments involved because this book will go to international forums. It's not only restricted to a national level. So when it go to international level, then we have to be very
Again, I
careful
will
that
interrupt
the
you. What
sensitive information is not
about his
there.
Urdu translation?
Yes, of course. I think Dr. Imtinan will agree that his Urdu translation is very, very must, and it will be widely
Because
circulated
let our
then
people
because
know
it is.
he was the hero. We know Dr. Ashfaq Ahmed,
Sure,
but
sure.
not as a hero.
That's right. That's right. So this is one of the very important aspect that people should know that who are the person behind this making Pakistan nuclear power. So this book will definitely well play a big role in it. That's
Doc-
it.
So, Dr. Imtinan Saab,
Well, Nusrat Saab, you have said that Dr. Ashfaq was well known, but not known as a hero. I think if Dr. Ashfaq is listening, he will be very angry with you. he, he does
who,
not want
no,
him to be called by any such name
who will be angry with
because he
me?
thinks that the heroes, the real heroes, are the people who work in the laboratories and a person who guides them, who supervises them, who controls them. So it is the impact of this book should be that people realize that scientists are the people who work at low key, work with great vigor, and they produce results. Therefore, it is important that they should be indulged. They should be invited to participate in decision making in governmental organizations. The the forums at which Pakistan takes very important decisions always have scientific underpinning. So if a scientist is alongside, sitting alongside you, then he can put some good advice for that matter. Uh, to the credit of Foreign Office of Pakistan, they have started a, a division which is called Science Diplomacy Division. Science Diplomacy Division does uh, try to bring diplomats with scientists so that informed decisions could be taken at international level where scientific input is required to make agreements or do negotiations, etc. This program of science diplomacy was started in ComSets first, but then adopted by other organizations also. The other thing, which is a little bit controversial, but I will use your platform, your kind platform, to voice it, is the status of scientists in the society. Of course, they are given huge praises. They are admired. They are, you say a lot of words about their contributions. But what is their real
Dr. Saab,
economical
I
situation?
may stop you here. Let us be light on the lighter side. Rather, I complain that they are not taking work from me, the PNS, PNS, because I can do much for them, but they are just working in Islamabad. This is a complaint, a
Exactly.
friendly complaint.
The,
I am their
the
member.
PNS is housed in very small 10 by 10 feet rooms, but there are palatial buildings for uh, the experts
But it
who
doesn't work because
NGOs who
if you
write about
remember,
Pakistan's nuclear
the
programs. So
Pakistan
what
Atomic
I was
Energy
coming to
Commission was
was
housed in two rooms in two shops in Sadr, Karachi. So it doesn't matter where is they are housed, but they should take work from a man from me.
yeah, the scientific community in Pakistan is not well taken care of. They are not well represented in decision making platforms. They are not well represented in NGOs, and they are economically not well off as compared to other uh, categories of employments. In the beginning, when I.H. Usmani was inducting people, he was offering them much better uh, opportunities and perks and privileges. And he was attracting the best people in Pakistan. Now, if you look at the induction in strategic organizations, people would ask, why should we join these organizations? If you are in Pakistan Atomic Energy Commission, you will be living in Rawat society with broken roads. But if you are not in Atomic Energy Commission, maybe you could be living in DHA. So these are the kind of disparities within our societies which should be removed, and scientists be given a very strong role, and they should not only be praised and admired and given huge inspirations through medals and so on and so forth. These are things necessary, but it's also necessary to do something practical for them. And in memory of Dr. Ashfaq Ahmed, my message to all the scientific community will be to follow the practice of Dr. Ashfaq, what he did. Do your job most diligently and don't expect any admiration or praises.
Thank you.
And and don't expect to be called a great person or great man. And nobody should talk about the sacrifices that you have made, because everybody has to make sacrifices for this country. Nobody should be singled out for that only. So
Thank you very
this in
much, Dr.
brief,
Imtinan Qureshi
I
Saab.
hope is the
My profound regard to you and PNS,
Last,
Dr. Bhatt Saab.
maybe last word for the about the book. I'm really sorry to interrupt you.
No, but for the
Last
book
word.
also. No, no. You are
Yes,
also doing good job, and I am with you, and I have to what Dr. Imtinan expect from us, that I pay highest tribute to the PNS for doing this
all
great
right.
job, and
Thank you very
I
much.
hope that Usmani Saab also be considered for that also, because I know something about Usmani Saab, because he actually sent the people outside for studying in different universities of the world, and that is why we have such a big good team here. There is a way.
I personally thank Rabta Forum International and Nusra Saab personally to you. You have been a very great help for the Pakistan Nuclear Society. You are a member of its Administrative Advisory Board, and we hope that you will keep projecting the work of nuclear scientists in the country.
Yes,
Thank you.
sure I will do, and also not only this, but I will like to spread this book all over at least Karachi or Sindh.
Thank you. Thank you very
Thank
much.
you very
Thank
much,
you.
Dr. Imtinan Ilahi Qureshi Sahab and Dr. Waqar Ahmed Bhatt Sahab. And ladies
Thank
and
you very much.
gentlemen and our viewers, you have heard the views of our great friends and the great scientists that are giving tribute to their leader, Dr. Ashfaq Ahmed, who was actually the icon. And the name of the book itself is Dr. Ashfaq Ahmed, an icon of Pakistan nuclear program, which is not heard before as an icon but as a scientist or nuclear scientist. Me, who has written a book in Urdu, that is the only book written in Urdu, Johari Nashtar Tehqiq, which has been derived from Allama Iqbal's verse, क्यों हुआ कुन तेरा नश्तर तहकीक, क्यों नहीं होते तुझसे सितारों के जिगर चाव. So I derived from this. So I also didn't know about Dr. Ashfaq Ahmed. I am sorry for that. Apologize that such a great man has been left over, a man like me also. So I will do something, at least try to translate or write something else than Dr. Imtihan Qureshi has written. Thank you very much, Dr. Imtihan Saab and Waqar Ahmed Bhatt Saab. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, goodbye from now, and we will meet in another program.